Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin is proudly sponsored by Sense of Taste.
Boutique bottle shops located in Cooperoo and Hamilton.
G'day, g'day, g'day! Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin.
So
You are always so enthused.
Yeah, I know, because
by my enthusiasm.
I know. I'm actually exhausted by your enthusiasm. And it's funny because, you know, it's raining out. We're both like shitty ass moods.
Yeah.
And then we hit the record button and Billy's like,
I'm on.
G'day, g'day.
It's happening.
And I'm still like, oh, hi.
Come on now.
No, it's a good day, Bill.
Yeah, it's a great day, isn't it?
Well, now that we've opened the wine.
Well, yeah, indeed. So welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin. My name is Billy Milovanovic.
My name's Lindsay Kirkwood.
And we will be your hosts for today and every other day you listen to our podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
We are so excited that you're listening to our second episode of 2020.
Yeah.
Here we come.
Here we come.
Look out.
So for you newbies who are just joining us, welcome. Hi. Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin is our sweet little podcast where we feature a different wine each week and then we dig into a topic of our choosing.
Yeah, where we like to either make fun of each other,
or our husbands,
ourselves, secrets, giggles, you know, all of the above.
all the juicy stuff.
Yeah, it's good times. And fueled by wine, you know, it's just even better.
100% fueled by wine. Speaking of,
we've got, so Robert Oatley, it's a 2017 Cab Sav, Margaret River. And like this bottle has heaps of little gold stickers on it.
Yeah.
So it's won all kinds of awards, like a gold medal awards, left, right, and center, blah, blah, blah. I'm old and I didn't bring my reading glasses.
Oh my God. Do you need me to read some of that?
There is like really tiny writing on these labels.
Oh my God.
It's fine, Billy.
They've won awards.
They've won awards. Gold sticker awards. Yeah, it's good. And it's a Cab Sav. So what more can we say? Like, it's going to be fucking delicious. Like, right?
Let's just it's already been breathing. It's decanted. We are so ready.
Bloody delicious.
We are so ready. There we go.
Wine, my lovely little Bildo.
Well, thank you. And as Lindalin did mention, although it is rainy and miserable, it's not miserable, in fact, because Queensland and I guess Australia is finally getting some rain.
Thank God.
So we're very much being relieved from, and I'm sure all the bushfires are starting to sort of get turned off. What is the
put out? Nimrod, put out. Yes.
So I'm sure it's helping our firefighters. But anyway, here's a cheers to all our firefighters and the animals and
honestly, to
all the people who need it now.
Sure.
Here is a cheers to you, our friends. Are we going to cheers?
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
I'm so rude.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, that was a horrible one too.
That was a horrible cheers. For the firefighters, for God's sake, come on.
Whoa, that was
aggressive.
It nearly backsplashed
let's try
on
this.
us. Oh, yeah, it's just yummy.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. I never had heard of Robert Oatley until we started doing this. And then we met a rep of Robert Oatley at a wine thingy we did. And I love their wine.
It was amazing. Delicious. Yeah. And really good wine. Thank you, Robert.
Robbie.
Thanks, Robs.
Yeah.
And thank you, firefighters.
That actually leads into our topic today. So it's all about stressful situations. Because when all the fires were in the height of the horribleness, like last week, Billy and I were trying to figure out what topic to talk about. So we thought, we've got to recognize these bushfires because, not to sound like I'm having a shot at anyone or being negative, but the media is pretty shit sometimes. And the media will exaggerate stories, obviously. Fake news. But these fires, these are not fake news. They're not exaggerating these pictures and how bad they are. And I understand different parts of the country or the different parts of the world, have fires. But these are insane fires. These are out of control fires. These are I saw an interview where a Canadian fire chief or whoever had said these bushfires over here, he's never seen anything like them before. In Canada, at West, we get crazy bushfires. California gets crazy bushfires.
Yeah.
So these fires are not normal bushfire.
No, and it's just the like the vastness of like the size of these fires.
Yeah.
And like how much across Australia they were burning really all at once.
Yeah.
Like it is insanity. And yeah, like you said, like I've seen things online as well where people are like, well, are the media really exaggerating this a little bit? And can I tell you, if you're wondering that, they are not.
Not at all.
Like they are not.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, this shit has been crazy.
Yeah.
So actually to have some rain and to like see, and like now I was just watching on the news today, like that there's going to be, even though I don't watch the news, but I was looking today and it, they were saying that there's this like massive, like super thunder cell coming through or something. And it's like Australia's either flooding or on fucking fire. Like this is craziness. So.
Well, because now they're saying that the landslides and blah, blah, blah. But look.
We're all on sorts of strife now. And if you are wondering if climate change is a thing, it motherfucking is.
Like, come on.
Come on.
How can it not be? It's insane. Like
little Greta had to leave school.
Yeah, exactly.
To school of the world. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Go
like,
Greta.
Go Greta.
Yeah, it's, look, so for me, the biggest thing when we started to think about this topic was like, I think about those firefighters that like they're volunteer.
Yeah.
Most of these people are volunteer firefighters that like when you see these images of them standing amongst 20-meter high flames.
Good God.
And that's not an exaggeration.
20-meter high.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact with one of the big fires.
Yeah.
That sounds really lame. One of the worst fires that was burning. The flames were 20 meters high.
How do you leave? Like, how do you put that out?
How do you put that out? Stay alive? And these people are like, they are crazy, like heroes. That sounds cheesy, but they are heroes. Like you can't pick a better hero for someone to stand there and like put their life in danger. And
totally,
four
and they
firefighters, have died.
Four, five.
Well, unless if something's changed, I haven't watched the news.
No, again, I don't watch either because it makes me so sad. Like I just don't. I don't like being sad. I don't know what to tell you, but like
no, me neither.
Yeah, and like you know, men with young families and women, you know, going out there risking their life. Like it's horrific.
It is. So it kind of made me think of, like, I am such a wuss.
Yeah.
I'm such a worrywart.
Totally.
Like, big time. And fire scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I think of, I'll say to camera, oh my God, that fan's making weird noises. Is it going to catch on fire during the night?
Oh
How are we going to escape our house? Seriously, I'm crazy. Yeah, and since having kids, it's even like... intensified. So I'm like, if I was a firefighter, like I would not be able to stand there while these flames are burning around me. How do they compose themselves? Like,
no, you just have to go on autopilot almost and just like revert back to your training. Really. You wouldn't even think.
It's all about the training.
I mean, I would never even train as a firefighter because God knows.
No.
I'm like in stressful situations, which we'll get to, I guess, in a second. But
well, yeah. There's no way. I see even when I watch the army commercials, like, they make it your army, blah, blah. I'm like, shit, that scares the shit out of me watching what they're doing, like the training.
So true.
So not for me.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about me, Billy. Tell us to kick off this episode, your stressful morning. What happened?
Last week, I don't think I was ready to do this episode last week, and we didn't do this episode last week, but I just, this morning I thought to myself, man, I'm gonna, like, this is a great day to do this topic. I just think it's the beginning of the year. There's lots of changes. Yep. My daughter is now, the big one is now going to kindy instead of going to freaking daycare. Mm-hmm. So she was just like in tears this morning at school and wouldn't like get off me. Yeah. Get off me. That sounds terrible. But like she just she couldn't part with me.
Yeah. She was koala hugging.
She was koala hugging real hard. And what's worse, like as the longer I stayed, the more intense it got how upset she was.
Yeah.
And then when I got her to the gate, because her friend had come and I'm like, oh, look, you know, Caitlin's here. She's coming to, you know, hang out with you or whatever. She did not care where Caitlin was. And Caitlin's like her best friend.
Right.
Did not care.
Besides Ada, my daughter.
Besides Ada, of course, your daughter. Yeah.
Let's clarify.
She's her daycare best friend. Wouldn't get off me. And then I burst into tears hard because she was crying and I was crying and she was sitting in my lap and we were both just crying. So now we're surrounded by all the teachers. There was a father there who's trying to leave, but he's like, I don't know what to do about this crazy woman who's crying at the front of the gate. Yeah. And he calls his daughter over to come and like console Eve, but then she starts crying. So little Gracie starts crying. So now everybody's like in tears all around us. And I had to peel her off and like just leave and just like go. Literally just bolt. So I'm like in tears in the car. Caitlin's mum is like, I'll get you a coffee. I'm coming over. So she comes over to like have a bit of a chat with me.
To your house?
To my house. She came over to my house.
You let somebody in your house? Side note, if I mean,
I cleaned up real quick.
did you shove everything in the spare room?
Mm-hmm.
Because
sure did. No, I never let Lindsay come over because you should see her house. We are different people in that
totally
sense,
different
Lindalin.
people.
We're different people.
By you listening to our previous episodes, you would know that.
Yeah,
I've had a go at Billy and she's had a go at me jokingly about how I never go over to her house because she never invites me due to the state of it. So you had somebody just impromptu show up.
Yeah.
Impromptu?
Yeah, impromptu. I had an impromptu visit.
Oh.
She just kind of seemed like my people.
Okay, yes.
You do not. I mean, I can tell a mile away that you are not my people in that sense.
Okay.
But anyway.
Continue on, Billy.
So she came over and had a bit of a chat to me and was like, Caitlin's been the same. She's been in tears as well, blah, blah, blah. And I just can't. This year has started off really... like the bushfires, Eve's kindy, like it's all happening. Like
it's all on the same page. Yeah.
And then so she goes home and leaves me be and goes to work or whatever. And I sit down to do a bit of work for us and whatnot before I come over here. And as I'm sitting down working miserably, mind you,
crying into
my coffee and my computer.
Yeah.
I get a message from someone saying, hey, be there in 10 minutes. I'm running late. And I'm like, fuck me. Where am I supposed to be right now? I had made a date with with a Brisbane blogger to go and have a coffee with her and meet up and, have a bit of a chat about, maybe we can work together, whatever. I fucking totally forgot. In my state, I just didn't even prepare for it. And so I had to call her on Facebook. I'd never spoken to her before. Like, these days everybody just messages.
Yeah.
So I call her and I'm like, Amy, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to be. I can be there in half an hour, but then I've only got an hour because I have to come here and do work and blah, blah, blah. I lost it. And I was just like, Amy, how embarrassing.
Well, it is.
To make a date with someone the first time you meet them.
Especially considering you're trying to network with her and build a relationship.
It's a professional kind of relationship we're trying to build here. And I just don't.
But what I said to you, because you did tell me this story earlier when you first got here, what I said was, it's just life. Like, not to throw in the parent card, because, I mean, it's not just moms, it's dads too that are doing drop-offs and dealing with all this stuff. Sometimes your brain literally leaves your head. Like, you just, your kids have taken over your world.
Well, I just got distracted completely. Like, I just totally got taken to another world. And then... just as I sat down to like do my work and like calm down a little bit, I just went into this frenzy of like, oh my fucking God, like how bad is that? And so, sorry, Amy. I look forward to meeting you maybe next week.
Yeah,
if we can get, if the stars can align. Because again, and then she was so lovely about it. She was like, it's fine. I have 3 kids. I understand. It happens, blah, blah, blah. So like, thankfully, and to all the mothers out there, you're doing good.
And dads.
And thank you for being understanding. And dads. And thank you for being understanding of each other. Let's all just be understanding of each other.
Totally.
And,
because shit happens. Drop-offs, pickups, and all that kind of stuff.
So I just couldn't wait to run to you and have some wine.
Oh, run to me with open arms and give me a big cuddle.
100%.
Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, Bill.
Cuddles. Also, look, the wine.
The wine.
The day
drinking. More the wine. Yeah.
Look,
it's a good day for it. Look, well, I'm trying to get used to my new schedule too.
Yeah.
But Bane is still off school, so I haven't started full on. Yeah. So talk to me in a couple weeks and then I'll be probably losing my mind as well and forgetting about things. But I don't have any recent stressful situations. But
to tell, here we go.
So I'm shithouse with dealing with massive stressful situations.
Yes.
Like I do not have it in me. I'd love to say that I'm a really strong person when it comes to this stuff like that. Nah, not at all. Biggest wuss face ever, right? And there's been like, Van has split his head open.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the first time I'm like, okay, ooh, creepy, gross. It grosses me out. But I dealt with it because it wasn't too bad, but it was, bad enough, whatever. But then the second time he did it.
Oh my God.
Don't call child services. It was an accident, really.
Oh yeah.
Cameron was here and I could not deal with it. I'm like, babe, you got to take him. I do not have the stomach for it. I can't deal with it. Because I literally, the first time I took him, I nearly passed out. I'm not exaggerating. I nearly fainted. Well, the doctor, ridiculous. Like I actually had to sit down because my vision went blank, where you can't see and you get the cold sweat.
Was there lots of blood though?
No. This was just the doctor explaining what he was going to do to fix his cut. Like I can't deal with stress, let alone like gory stress. So second time it happened, Cameron definitely had to take him.
Oh my God.
Thank God, because it was actual stitches and all that kind of stuff. But the one big big doozy situation. And Cameron is amazing with stress. I think it's because of his job. I think it's a
dude thing as well, maybe. Do you think that they deal with stress a little bit better than us?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But for Cameron, I know it's more his career,
Right,
like his job.
right.
He has a very high stress job. He's used to
Right.
dealing with shit left,
Yeah.
right, and center, dealing with 5 million different things, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it could be because he has a dick.
Maybe,
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
a
maybe it's a
combination.
dick. I think it's a dick, personally. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Sure. So this is years ago. Cameron and I are going on our honeymoon.
Cute.
Right? Yeah. Super cute. I had done a bit of traveling, but I didn't know much about the traveling world and the logistics and rules and all this kind of stuff. So we got married, our big wedding in Canada, and then we were flying to
Pause.
Yeah.
I think you've told the story before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
The
repeat
story
it.
about your honeymoon.
Yeah. Have I told you?
Yeah.
My brain has fucking taken out of my brain. No, my brain has been taken out of my head. Not my, well, I don't have a story now, Billy. Edit,
You
Tom.
tell us.
Cue the music.
We're going to wrap this up, guys. It's 17 minutes in. We're out. You don't remember telling the story?
Look, Billy, that was a long time ago.
Oh my God. You are
No,
so
I
cute.
don't.
Well, I can tell the story about when Eve fell and hurt her tooth.
Well, wait, what about, okay, let's just say
Do you
really
have a-
quickly, in
Yeah.
case the listener listening now, maybe they haven't heard it. Maybe
Sure,
there's a
go
new
on.
listener. Quickly,
Can you go back to episode like 7 or something?
yeah,
And
I fucked up, couldn't get through, like legally.
yeah,
Shit
you
hit the
couldn't get
fan.
through the airport
No.
because your passport was expired.
Well, it was about to expire.
Yeah, that was
Didn't
the
know that.
episode. I think it was like episode 13, Men and All Their Virtues.
Oh, fuck off.
So you can go back and listen to that story back to episode 13 because Lindalin is repeating herself. So Lindalin, where are you getting our next bottle of wine?
Sense of Taste, of course, Bildo. They have a beautiful selection of wines, over 100 spirits open for tasting, a great selection of craft beer, and they even have a variety of cheese and cured meats.
Dude, you had me at meats and wine.
So make sure you go and check out one of their boutique bottle shop locations at Cooperoo and Hamilton. Have I told the story about when Bane had to get his flu shot? Do you remember that one?
Oh, you told me that story, but I didn't think you told
Have
it
I
on the
this?
on the podcast.
Okay, I'm going to redeem myself. I've
Okay,
got
let's
one
go.
more story that was traumatic, where I did not deal with the stress very well.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a mom story as well. You know, we don't always have mom stories, but this one is.
This one was terrific. I remember that. That was a bad. That
It was
a
bad.
day.
So I took all 3 of the kids in to get the flu shots, including myself. And Bane, he was almost 6 at the time, whatever. So he's had vaccinations before. And when I park the car, Bane's like totally freaking out to the point where he's holding on to his car seat, like his booster seat, and I have to literally rip him out of the car. And we parked like, I don't know, it's on the other side of the building.
Yeah.
It took us 10 minutes, which
my
is a
God.
very long time. It would take you 2 minutes to walk from where I parked to the doctor's office. He was literally clawing at the storefronts to try and stop me from taking him to the doctor because I'm pulling on his arm. I'm trying to carry him.
And you've got 2 other kids.
Yeah, I've got 2 other kids.
Who
right?
are now seeing the big one freak out.
Yeah. So they're both crying,
Yeah.
but they're just like crying. They're not, they're controllable, whatever. So then I pick up Bane and I'm trying to talk to him and I'm crunching down, trying to talk to him saying, buddy, you know, you're a big, brave boy, all this bullshit, you know, to try and make him feel better. No, he is literally kicking, punching, scratching at me, slapping me, screaming.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad for those parents that deal with children like this on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Because this is a one-off. This is not what Bane's like. Bane's a good kid.
Not at all.
Yeah, no.
Not at all. So like, you know, the little old lady, I remember her walking by me, looking at me with that judgmental like, oh, girl, get your shit sorted. Don't you know? Back in my day, I would have done whatever, you know.
Back in her day, she would have smacked the shit out of that kid in the middle of the street and it would have been fine.
Which I totally wanted to do, by the way. So we finally get to the doctor's office and for the flu shot, you get your script and then you got to go to the chemist, pick up the flu shot and go back to the doctor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So when I walk into the doctor's office, because Bane has screamed, the whole neighborhood would have heard us coming. So I walk in with these 3 crying kids, one's gone ballistic. And I'm like, we're here. Because like everyone is looking at me like, who the hell is this lady with these crazy kids? Don't sit near me type thing.
Yeah. Please walk away.
Yeah. So this lady or mom with her 2 kids follows us out because we had to go to the chemist to pick up the needle. And Bane's next level. Like he's crazy now. And this mom comes up to me. She says, I'm so sorry for you. I feel really bad. Like, can I do anything?
Yeah.
And you know when you're not feeling great and someone says, are you okay?
Yes.
And it just opens up the floodgate.
Yes.
And I just burst into tears.
Yeah.
All the while, Bane at this point is still kicking me, scratching me, slapping me. And I'm like,
which again is so unusual for him.
So unusual. He's never done that, right?
Like...
So I, like, okay, there's nothing she can do.
No.
So I thanked her nicely in my tears and, you know, continue on with your day. Leave me be type thing. Long story short, we finally get to the nurse for her to inject Bane.
Yeah.
He was totally fine.
Of course he was.
But you know what? That actually pissed me off.
Of course it did.
I did not just go through that most traumatic, and like not to sound dramatic, but that was my worst parenting moment to date. Yeah. Because the way it made me feel inside, I'm like, this is horrible. I cannot control this kid.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I'm like, for me to just endure what I just did for the last 30 minutes to get you here, for you to just sit there and be like, yeah, I'm cool.
Did you want to like punch him in the arm right where
I actually did. I'm like, dude,
you better be fucking crying right now.
Exactly.
What will make you cry?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. So then yesterday I had to take Ada for her 4-year needle and she went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I could control her. She was different. Like I could just cuddle her and she was fine. But, oops, sorry, Tom. We're about to do the extra meningococcal vaccination.
Yes. I want to do that. Did I already do that for the kids? Anyway, I'm going to do that too.
Like the ones that you have to pay and you have to go like 2 or 3 different times depending on which strain you're getting, whatever. Yeah. So I've booked the kids in for those. So we have to go 3 different times, 2 weeks apart.
Good God.
I'm dreading it. So I've already told Cameron, dude, you're taking a day off work to at least do one of these.
100%. Dude, you're taking 3 kids in.
Yeah.
3 kids.
That will all clue in what's happening.
And that's a lot of kids for one person.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, but I'm going to make him do it by himself.
100%.
The first one. Take all 3 by yourself to make it up.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And tell them beforehand they're getting jabs as well, just to like stir them up a little, you know?
Because that's what you don't do.
Well, that's it. No, you don't tell your children. No, you say you're going to Candyland.
Yes.
With
oh my
needles.
God, that's brilliant. I'm so going to tell them, Daddy's going to take you to go get your needles.
Oh, fun day today, needle day.
Because Mommy can't handle the stress.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, well, that's my story. That's my backup story.
That's your backup story. Well, I'm glad you had one. I want to go backtrack a little bit because, I mean, I'm terrible with stress. I actually said to Henry once that I would love to make an application for us to do the Amazing Race together. And, I mean, I changed my mind because he was like, dude, like...
Think about it.
Think about it. Like, he would be fantastic at it. Like, he's so cool, calm, and collected in those situations where he could totally... you know, read a map and know where he is, whereas I'm like,
like, the map's upside down.
It's all upside down, and there's, you know...
that's so me.
I would be the worst. And when I get stressed out, like, I don't handle my shit well, like you were saying. Like, I yell, and I get angry, and I get flustered, and I get really, like, I can't do this, I don't know what to do. Like, I get really, really in a, like, headspace that's really just not healthy.
Yeah.
But what you were saying before about, like, Van falling and cutting his head open... I don't think I've told the story. I hope I haven't. But
I'll be the judge of this.
Yeah,
Billy.
let's see. Yeah. When I was 4 months pregnant with my second, I had taken Eve to SeaWorld. And I've written about this on my blog.
Yes.
Thebloggerbildo.com.
Yeah.
I've written about this and like it was like the most horrific thing, my worst parenting moment. There should be a worst parenting moment episode. But anyway, my worst parenting moment was I essentially took Eve to SeaWorld and we were going to the dolphin show. It was the first thing we had done that day. Because I was pregnant, it was a hot day. It's Queensland, it's always hot.
Yeah.
And I carried the 16-month-old up these giant stairs. And by the time I got to this sort of seating arena and found our seat or whatever, I put her down next to me. But instead of like cuddling her or putting her in my lap like a normal fucking parent would do to a 16-month-old.
Well, and explain, it's just the metal benches. There's no backing.
Nope.
It's just the bench.
So it's kind of like these cascading benches that go sort of downwards. I sat Eve down and she must have like done one of these movements where she was trying to like kick her legs or whatever, but because her pants were slippery and the seat was slippery, she fucking slips off and I didn't see it. All I saw was her looking back up at me. Anyway, she slips off, her face goes like she just goes face first into the seat, into the metal seat in front of her. And all I remember is her turning her head around and looking at me and this like, oh my God. And then she burst into tears and blood started gushing out of her mouth. So I'm by myself. I'm there with a bunch of my friends, but Henry wasn't there.
Yep.
So I'm by myself. There's fucking blood pouring out of her all over me. One of my friends that was there with us is like, I'm going to call first aid. And I'm like, no. It's just a scratch. It's fine. But like you go into this place in your head where you just literally go on autopilot. Like you don't. I think if Henry had been there in that moment, I would have been a fucking mess. I wouldn't have known what to do with myself. But because it was just me and I was the one who had to take control and I was mum, you know what I mean? Like you're so aware of the fact that you have to do it.
Well, yeah,
like,
you're taking care of that child,
So thankfully first aid lady comes over. My friend didn't listen to me because I was being crazy because, again, there was blood gushing out of Eve's mouth.
Well, yeah, your friend probably saw the
what was
state
happening,
of Eve and was like,
Totally. And so I was thinking to myself, like, just not her teeth. Like, I actually remember having that thought of, like, just like, I hope she hasn't, like, hurt her teeth.
Yeah.
And so the first aid lady comes and she lifts up her top gum and she goes, okay, so her teeth are gone. The front teeth are gone. And I'm like, okay, teeth are gone.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? Like, you can't, I couldn't do anything. I was totally numb.
Yeah. You're like, that's okay. They're baby teeth.
The teeth. No, I didn't even think of that. I was just like, her teeth are gone. I have to tell Henry. I don't know how. That was my thought of like, how do I tell my husband? Again, Henry, who's like the coolest, calmest.
He would never have judged you.
He
or
wouldn't have judged me.
bad.
But if he called me and said, hey, I just broke our kid's teeth.
Well,
you know?
Define you didn't break them.
Anyways. So she is fallen and this has happened. And I'm like, okay. So the lady's like, they're either back at the chair or she swallowed them. And I'm like, okay, great. So she has to put her in a little car and drive us over to first aid. She gives a Panadol, blah, blah, blah. I have to go to the hospital. Sexy doctor looks after us. Thank you, sexy doctor. They have a look at her teeth and they're like, they're there, but they've just been pushed back into her gums.
Yeah, good.
And you have to go to a dentist.
Brilliant.
So fucking off to the dentist I go.
Yeah.
It's fine. The teeth grow out. So the dentist is like, I get like 7 of these a day.
Oh my God.
They happen. It's a very common injury.
7 a day?
Yeah. He was like, I've had 7 a day. This is my second one today.
Right.
And he was like, basically they get pushed up back into their gums, but because they're so young, the teeth basically come back out.
Yeah, they'll come back out. Yeah. Okay. And have both come out yet? I can't remember.
All 4 that were pushed back in came back out, but she lost one about a year later. Right. Because they got an abscess and it was actually broken like sort of down the side. So it had to come out eventually anyway. But you didn't know that until it happened. No. They grew back out normally. Yeah. But one of them just got an abscess and we had to get it removed.
Which, who cares? It's baby teeth. She would have lost it now anyways.
Totally. Yeah. But essentially, like stress-wise, I think if Henry had been there, I would have been a fucking head case. Yeah. In the corner just crying because I just don't know how to, like by the time I got home and Henry got home, I was just like a mess and just like, no, you take over. I'm going to go drink myself to sleep because I can't handle this. Like my body, like I break out in hives over stress.
No, I'm the same. I don't have it in me. Yeah. At all.
Yeah.
I'm sure though, like if I like to think if something really bad, you know, obviously what we're talking about is quite trivial. Like if something really bad was happening or happened, I would like to think that I would be able to step up and, you know.
You would, 100%. And I always think like about my parents as well, like leaving war, like when, you know, like they were 38 and 37 when the war hit and they had to relocate countries and move or whatever. Yeah. I think like I'm not that old yet. I mean, you're obviously that old because you're super old. But like I'm not that old yet. Like, so that's to say that I'm living this perfectly beautiful life. Yeah. And in 5 years' time, war hits Australia. Suddenly, New South Wales is New South Wales, Queensland is Queensland. No, you know, Australia is no longer. You know, and I think to myself, like, we would have to literally, like, let's say we move to Spain now and have to start lives all over again. Like, it's fucked. Yeah. So I think to myself, you know what? I've seen terrible shit go down. You can do it. You just don't know it and you don't have to do it yet. But if push came to shove, you'd be fine.
You're so motivational.
We'll learn Spanish together. ¿Por qué no los dos?
What?
Why don't you do both? It's from the commercials, the tiger commercials.
I was like, are you talking Dora? Is this Dora the Explorer?
Hola, hola.
No, we don't need to do that. Oh, dear Lord.
Okay. So there you go. Now that we're all stressed out.
we both chimed in. You go, Billy, because you're...
Go on, you wrap it up.
Me? Well, no, I'll say goodbye and then you can do the socials.
Okay, you said goodbye because you tried to do our socials last week. Lindsay thought she'd wrap it up for the year, start of the year, change it up a little.
Oh, I just don't like doing it. And you're always so blah, 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 blah. So you can do it.
Go on.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Wow.
No, but seriously, if this is the first episode you're listening to, please go back to the previous episodes. And yeah, we released
catch up on all of Lindsay's stories that she's trying to retell you.
I know. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Next week, I promise I will not tell.
You should go back and re-listen to our episodes.
Maybe I should. I really, really should. But yeah, go back, listen to previous episodes.
Yeah.
We release an episode every Thursday. And stay tuned because we're going to have lots of really cool things happening this year.
Totes. And rate, review, subscribe, press that little button.
And where do they do that, Billy? Tell them.
Well, you can find Wine Chats podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and you may also email us your ideas, your stories. As I said last week, I'd really like for us to do like a Dear Lindalin or Dear Bildo segment.
Yeah.
So if you have any problems that you really can't solve, or you'd like, our 2 cents, for your story, please, oh my God, email us at winechatspodcast@gmail.com. We are so looking forward to hearing your great stories, and do it.
Okay. And there we go. That is why I don't do it.
Super exciting.
Okay, Tom, it's time
for the music.
Yes.
Are we going to sing?
No.
I'm going to sing.
You can sing.
It's happening.
Okay. Everybody turn your volume down.
I'm not even going to count because it's only me.
Yeah,
am I counting myself in?
You do you. It is so annoying, isn't it? It's probably annoying everyone as much as it's annoying me.
Tom, do the music.
Please. Seriously.